And it's the devs made the in-game style arts of themselves. That was great. That was a fun little game. That was enjoyable. That was very enjoyable. Keep watching, see if anything happens after the credits. A lot of customization too, with all the different ways you can mix abilities and things like that. Is the sequel Someone Saves the World? Wouldn't the sequel be like Somebody Dooms the World? Mike, there's a DLC? Yeah. I haven't done the DLC. Maybe I'll try that at some point. With Cursing Dolphin. Yeah, we accidentally stumbled into the area where the DLC takes place, and then it prompted, and then it opened the Steam store and was like, "Do you want to buy this?" I'm like, "Wait, what? No, hold on, not yet." Ontario, Canadian quality. Can I make a suggestion for a game? It might just take 30 minutes. Yeah, we have got, if you're interested in it, that right there is our game recommendation page. If you click on that, it will open up the game recommendation website, and you can add games there that you would like to see go. We got a very, very sleek system for it. The mana potion, guys! Let's see what happens next. Time to complete. 15 hours. You became an apprentice knight in the Knights Guild, a platinum acolyte in the Mages Guild, and senior peon of the Thieves Guild. New Game Plus is now available. How does that work? Do you keep all your forms and stuff? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that's not New Game Plus. Press X to start New Game Plus in a new save slot. I'm just curious if you keep your forms. Welcome to New Game Plus. Things are a bit different now. Baddies will always match your level. All dungeons are remixed with new mods that will really test form building skills. The only way to earn stars is clearing dungeons. You're gonna have to find and clear every demi-dungeon in the game if you want to open legendary dungeons and defeat the Calamity. Good luck. Oh, we do have our forms. Yep, okay, so you keep all of this stuff. Cool. Alright. Excuse me, just a moment. Alright. That actually sounds like an interesting New Game Plus system. I don't know if I want to go through New Game Plus, but that does sound like a very engaging New Game Plus system compared to some others I've seen where it's just, you know, enemies have more hit point numbers and more damage numbers and that's it. Can you open up the multiplayer menu so we can see if it's Steam Remote Play, multiplayer, or lobby-based? Sure. I can do that. Online co-op. Create game. Empty. Invite player. Do you invite them with Steam? So clicking on invite here doesn't do anything. Maybe I'm supposed to go invite them through the Steam menu? And if I hit player profile, it just takes me to my Steam page. It took me here. Might be friends. Maybe you need a second controller to activate player 2? I'm not sure. Let me see on the Steam page. Let me see if it says there. It says co-op, multiplayer. It also says local co-op. Maybe it's a 2 people... I don't know. Let me see if I can find an answer to your question. Nobody saves the world multiplayer options. Maximum number of players is 2. They must join with one another online. This is because the game does not support couch co-op at the time of writing. A piece of information that may disappoint some readers. But this was written in 2022. This was 2 years ago. So that may have changed. Oh, they actually have a trailer? Hey, hold on a sec. Let me close this out. So, they actually made a trailer when they made online co-op. The horses kicking at each other. I like how Randy in this shot is reaching for the wand. So it's also kind of funny, on the Steam page for this game, you can see Nostromegas right there. He's like such a massive character, and you don't really see his appearance till the end of the game, but he's right there on the Steam page, but you just don't realize it. Lobby or online co-op, couch co-op for Steam remote play. Well, there we go. All right, I think it's review time. I'm feeling pretty satisfied. I think I'm gonna put the game down at this point, but little talk about it real quick. So that was Nobody Saves the World. That was an interesting game that someone in the community recommended to me, and I watched the trailer for it, and I thought it looked cool, made me smile, so I decided to try it out. And it was pretty cool. You know, the way that they did it was that, you know, you use a shapeshift, and every time you use a shapeshift for the first time, you would get a very simple quest like defeat enemies with your basic attack. That would unlock a second skill, then you'd have to defeat enemies or use that skill in combat. Then you would unlock something weird, like use the ranger's dodge skill while you are a rat. You know, like then it was like mix and match quests. And as you did these objectives, you would get stars and stuff, and you would use those to access the dungeons. It also kind of, at the same time, acted like a tutorial teaching you about some combinations that maybe you could come up with some on your own. Then they started adding the enemies that could only be hurt by one damage type, and then it got a bit more challenging, because like the turtle's basic damage type is blunt, but maybe you needed blunt and sharp for a dungeon, so you take the turtle and then give it the ranger's bow and arrow, or take the ranger and give it turtle skills, or bodybuilder skills, or whatever. So there was a lot of cool customization and like working toward things and looking forward to stuff, like, you know, finding the last nest to unlock the dragon, things like that. The story was pretty good. Honestly, like the big twist, you know, finding out that you were Nostramagus the whole time and you lost your memories, and also you're the reason the world is ending, and like the reason for your eyes looking like that was pretty cool. I mean, it was a couple of simple twists in the story, but they were good. I think they hit home pretty well. I was satisfied with that. Graphics were very cute and distinct. I love a unique graphic style because a unique, charming graphic style will never go out of date. If you have a game that goes for realism, eventually technology will get better and your realism will look worse and it will like not withstand the test of time. Something like this has its own unique art style. It'll last. So yeah, the visuals are great. The sound design. Oh, now with local co-op, there we go. The visuals and the sound design were both fantastic. The story was simple but good. The only negative I've got would be the controls. And to be fair, it says when you launch the game, recommended for controller. And I played it on keyboard, and it could absolutely be a whole lot better for keyboard. Like, it doesn't even recognize the mouse. It doesn't, like, you can't move left and shoot right. You have to aim right, hold shift to lock your view to the right, then move left, then hold the fire button. As opposed to just holding the left key with the mouse to the right of you. You have to move right, hold shift, move left, shoot right. So the controls for keyboard definitely feel like they could be improved if they added mouse support dramatically. But if you're okay with using a controller, this game is fantastic. And honestly, again, I played the whole thing with, just two hands on keyboard. One hand was on WASD for movement. The other hand was on IJKL, just for your 4 attacks. Another thing that would be nice is if you could pin forms to the wheel. You had more than 8 forms, but the form shapeshift wheel had 8 slots on it. So if you, for example, let's say for hours, your horse was at the top of the wheel and you were used to quickly shapeshifting into it by just, opening the wheel and flicking movement upward. Then what would happen is if you did 8 shapeshifts and none of them were the horse, it would get replaced on the wheel there and you couldn't put it back in that spot. So it would be nice to be able to pin forms to the wheel so that they don't get, locked out like that. But I would say that's a minor thing. If you play controller, this game is probably perfect. If you play mouse and keyboard, I would say it's probably like 8 out of 10. It was pretty enjoyable. And again, it's keyboard and keyboard. It doesn't use the mouse at all. It doesn't recognize it. Yeah, it was really enjoyable. Made me smile a lot. And I would absolutely recommend this to either. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it too.